What's going on, guys? My name is Alan, and in today's video we're going to be demonstrating the glute dominant leg press. So with this movement, before we even start, we need to set ourselves up for success. So what we're going to do is we're going to first adjust this back pad to be down in the lowest position. The reason why is because we're going to be able to get a little bit more range of motion with this movement by adjusting this, okay? Because it's going to change the height of our torso in relation to when the legs come down. So we want to make sure that it's a little bit lower so that our legs can come down a little bit further and not run into our body, okay? Now the other thing is that your leg press has a safety feature, okay? Most of them do. Some of them do not, but if you do have it, just make sure that it's set properly for your height so that you don't get pinned down by the weight in the event that you pick a weight that's too heavy, okay? So next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is talk about feet position. So this is a glute dominant leg press, which means that our feet are gonna be relatively higher on the platform. Now, this may be different for everyone because of how tall you are or how long your legs are. So if you're shorter, it might be mid platform. If you're a little bit taller, your toes might be slightly hanging off. And it also depends on how big this platform is for your own leg press. So take all that stuff into consideration. Overall, what we're trying to do is not create too much knee flexion. So just about the most knee flexion that we should get is at a 90-degree angle, okay? Maybe even a little bit less. This is gonna be about how much knee flexion we're expected to have here. So choose where you place your feet on the platform accordingly, okay? Toes want to be straight off, okay? You want to have your knees going in the direction of the toes. And then the other thing too is that we want to keep our hands on these handles at all times, okay? And what we're trying to do with that is we're trying to pull ourselves into this pad, okay? We don't want the lower back to round, so show them what the lower back rounding looks like. We do not want this lower back to lift off this pad here, okay? We want to keep the lower back on there at all times. And with this glute dominant movement, we might have the glutes come up just a smidge, but we do not want that lower back to come up and round, okay? So the end range of motion is going to be right here. Some people might have a little bit more range there, but this is going to really stretch the glutes around the pelvis here and make it more of a glute dominant movement. And that's going to conclude this movement.